You know what it is. You know the vibes. You know what it is. It's me, Botswana Poppy. This is the Football Power Hour. Shout out to you for joining me on this Tuesday, October 7th. It's the international break. Life is chill because we went into the international break with a win and a much needed win. And, the media can now get off our back for a second and talk about other clubs, aka Liverpool, aka Newcastle. There's a lot of other teams that are not doing well that really should be having a lot more media attention right now, and specifically players that are not doing well that should be having more attention, and managers as well. Like, Pep Guardiola finding himself at fifth, even though he's 3 points away from the top. Still not something that you'd expect from Guardiola. Looking at the fact that also Unai Emery specifically, this one is actually more underperforming than say Pep, than the likes of Pep. Unai Emery is the person that is finding himself in 13th place. He should be getting a lot of more like media attention. You know, Florian Wirtz as a player should be getting a lot more media attention right now about how much of a flop he is. So at the end of the day, like, my point is, because we went into this international break on a positive with a win, I think we are now we've brought ourselves a little bit of this calmness, this confidence that's brewing a little bit. Well, and of course, we're going into our next Premier League game after the international break is Liverpool, but there is at least a little bit of confidence that you could say is sort of brewing, that if we get a miraculous win, for example, at Liverpool, we have set all of a sudden looking at ourselves with a little bit more uh, um, with pretty much a run, with a little bit more, ammunition to build like a 10-game type of run where we go unbeaten. You know, that is all on the cards, on the table right now. The fact that we finished on a high, and usually your form going into this break kind of also plays a little bit into like what the vibe and the feeling is in the organization and what the players. So I feel right now, um the media needs to be doing that job, that is scrutinizing Onslaught, scrutinizing Florian Wirtz, and the likes of all the people that we've mentioned, and just getting off our back for a second. Leave Ruben Amorim alone. Anyway, big up yourself, by the way, if you're just joining in. Today's conversation is really about the best Premier League midfielder right now. So if you're just joining in, I encourage you to please participate in this, either through calling in or in the chat as well. If you're watching this later on, you can also comment and reply with what your thoughts are, who you think the best Premier League midfielder right now is. There is currently a lot of midfielders that are battling for the crown that has been vacated by Rodri. Rodri, we all know, if he's fit, he's probably, out of all the midfielders, especially um, um, the holding midfielder conversation, because this is really where I want to be, honestly, young Papi. I wanted to sort of focus on the most important position in the team. We're gonna do this thing where we graded Manchester United players yesterday based on the performance over the weekend, and now we're gonna start grading all these players, starting with midfielders, and then we'll move on to attackers. So I know Bruno has been played a lot in the midfield, especially as a central midfielder, but I think we all will agree that like Bruno is best used as an attacking midfielder, an attacking player, and today's conversation, I kind of want to look at those holding midfielders, central midfielders, the registas, the players that are given the task of breaking up play, screening the defense, the players that can sometimes contribute from deep with a goal, or even just just being the organizer and leader of the team. So that's the kind of um, player profile that I was hoping we would have in mind when talking about this on today's show. So um, we might as well just go straight into it and talk about the big contenders, because I'm sure we all have a player in mind when I ask you the question right now, right here, and say, who is the best midfielder currently playing this season and why? We know Rodri has been sidelined by a serious knee injury, and that's sort of taking him out of this conversation. He doesn't hold a crown right now yet, even though when he's fit, you can make the argument that he should be one. He won Ballon d'Or. Man City, Spain, they all needed Rodri in that team for them to go on the long stretches of wins that they've gotten, right, in the recent years. But now, today's conversation specifically has a bombastic side eye to Casemiro. Today's conversation has a side eye to Declan Rice. Today's conversation has a side eye to Ryan Gravenberch and Moises Caicedo. And I like to just kick it off with a little bit of uh, an article that I was reading last night, but written by Ewan Ross Murray and James Cormack, and that pretty much talking about these midfielders in different lights. Starting with Gravenberch. We have to talk about Gravenberch and say, what does he bring to the table? What's good about him? We know that he contributed towards Liverpool's title-winning season last season, but we want to talk about this season. What does he bring to the table for Liverpool this season? His qualities. What are his qualities? His pros: outstanding ball carrier. He's innovative when escaping pressure. He's press resistant, right? Long strides with the ball. He has this ability to also impact in the final third for Liverpool. And we all know he's very adept at winning the ball. Something that he's not good at. He's not a reliable, progressive passer. And the high-risk build-up sequences his positioning can be manipulated in defensive phases. These are the pros and cons of Ryan Gravenberch as per Ewan Rossmary and James Cormack. They go on to explain a little bit about these pros and cons, saying that the fact that Gravenberch rose through the ranks as a box-to-box midfielder with an attacking mindset has proved an enormous benefit to him in his new role. His technical quality make him supremely press-resistant in Liverpool's double pivot, meaning at his best, he seldom surrenders possession in his own half. And he has made only 2 errors leading to an opposition shot and was dispossessed 0.74 times per 90 in the Premier League last season. Right? Only 2 errors. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. He's got ball security and impressive physicality with him that he brings an important stability to this team. Shout out to Striver, by the way, in the building. Shout out to you, Joe Blackman. And shout out to you, Doctor in the building. I want to hear how you rank the midfielders that are performing right now. And maybe some of these points that are raised here might challenge your opinion a little bit, or maybe give you a little bit more insight into what the other midfielders are currently doing, right? We've been talking about Gravenberch last season, only 2 errors, dispossessed 0.4 times per 90, which is really good. But we care about this season. How do his stats look this season? Let's check it out. Let's open it up. Ryan Gravenberch. So far this season, he's played 6 matches, in the Premier League. And guess what? He has had 2 goals and 1 assist. Now, we're talking about a midfielder who's a defensive midfielder, right? So he has to get an applause and flowers for goals because that's not really like the primary thing that he's supposed to be bringing to the table. But Ryan Gravenberch has been clutch for Liverpool, having 2 GA so far in 6 appearances. That is really, really good. He's also had an assist in the Champions League. So 4 GA all competitions for Gravenberch in Liverpool this season. That right there deserves a nod for sure. What else? Let's see if they say anything else about Ryan Gravenberch. We know that he was filling. They're saying that the midfielder, he has shades of Fabinho with his lanky build, allowing him excellent reach in the center of the pitch. But few expected such an impressive understanding of his defensive responsibilities because he was brought in more with an attacking mindset. And he has found himself in this role and doing really well in this role. That could also mean that this is why he's able to contribute offensively for Liverpool. And let's not forget, he's only 23 years of age. He's a contender. If I was to give Ryan Gravenberch, a grade, it's an A. Why wouldn't it be not an A, honestly? If you're a defensive midfielder and you have 4 GA already, and I have other attackers at Manchester United that have 0 GA, I don't think there's anybody that can argue against this. It's an A. Right? Let me make a little spreadsheet real quick. Midfielders. Graded. Gravenberch. An A. I'm happy to have a conversation with it if you feel differently. But let's go to the next player. Our next player to discuss is the one and only Mr. Rice Baby. As Shay likes to call him. Right? Declan Rice, he's also somebody that has been very, very, very important for his team. As we've talked about Ryan Gravenberch being instrumental for Liverpool last season, Declan Rice was also instrumental for Liverpool. I specifically remember the free kicks. He's somebody that contributes through free corner kicks as well, especially that one on the right. That's part of why Arsenal have such incredible threat through corners. Is 50% of the homework is done, and Declan Rice does that 50%, which is put in a good delivery. Whether he's picking the near post or he's picking that far post, but he's done it consistently. So his set piece contributions don't go unnoticed in this conversation. Let's look at what the two authors have said about him. Pros and cons. Never injured. Great ball striking. Yeah, he's actually, when I think about it, I don't think I've seen any Arsenal game without Declan Rice in it. He's a little bit of that Bruno in some weird way. But anyway, never injured. Great ball striking, superb set piece delivery, as we've talked about, capable of performing various midfield roles, box crashing, aerially impressive, and he covers ground for fun. Interesting. He's got an engine. I don't think I've ever seen Declan Rice looking tired. What are his cons? Intricacy and tight spaces. He's not really adept to working in them tight spaces. I think that's true. He has a little bit of a lankiness about him that he doesn't feel like he's technically sound. So I kind of agree with that point. There's some players that are just really good with their feet. Like Kobe Maino's dribbling is cleaner than Declan Rice's dribbling. And I'm not saying Declan Rice cannot dribble, but I think you get the point that I'm trying to say. That's like Declan Rice can dribble you, but it feels like, did that guy make a mistake? All right, he got past him. Like that's what's going on in my head when I see Declan Rice carrying the ball. That's why another con about him is that he can be too cautious in the build-up phase. That makes sense. Okay. Well, so far this season, we've seen the stats for Gravenberch, who's had four. Oh my God! Actually, his appearances all competitions. Gravenberch, right? It's 6 goals, 2 assists, and Declan Rice is. Hold on. Let me make sure I correct that again. Appearances for Gravenberch is 6 appearances, 2 goals, 1 assist. Thank you. And then Declan Rice, 7 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists. 91.5% pass accuracy and 46.9% duels won. Pass accuracy is something that's even more relevant for a defensive holding midfielder. Duels won is a stat that's more relevant than goals and assists. But we have to mention these stats for these players because they're contributing offensively as well. So Declan Rice, stats-wise, he's winning. When you're looking at him, comparing him to Gravenberch, who has 63% duels won, Declan Rice is a little bit lower than Gravenberch. Gravenberch is actually contributing more to his team than Declan Rice this season. That is what is statistically the case. And I'm talking about winning duels. But even though he's not an intricate playmaker, he's still a very important presence. And I think, he's actually outshining people like Zubimendi and so forth. So let's talk about the other player really quickly. And then the other player that's in the thumbnail is Moises Caicedo. Moises Caicedo, his pros and cons. Ball winning, he snaps into tackles, he's a great athlete, efficient passer, physically robust. He's a big key contributor to Chelsea's press. What is Moises Caicedo's weaknesses or areas that he's lacking in? He's not much of a ball carrier. Say the way Gravenberch can carry the ball. He also can be overzealous in the tackle. He's got a little bit of that Casemiro in him, if you get what I'm saying. So, all in all, we have to also acknowledge that Caicedo is also one of those people that is ever present. I think he's top 3 minutes, accumulated minutes for Chelsea last season. He's a constant presence. That availability is a very, very, very important thing to mention about him. So he is also somebody that you have to look at when you're talking about the conversation about who the best midfielder is right now. I'm going to make this also a poll in a few minutes because I want to know what you think. If you had to pick one, who are you picking? One thing that we also have to mention about Moises Caicedo is the fact that he has contributed. I think it's two very clutch banger goals. He's been on his DJ Khaled dropping banger. I think versus Brentford. And then the other one was versus the Scousers, Liverpool. That thunderous strike. The more when I saw it, I remember last season he also did something like that. I think was it versus us? Must have been versus United. Okay. Those are the facts written out, said out there. The last person we will talk about is Casemiro. This season, Casemiro, 6 Premier League appearances for Manchester United. And he has got a goal. He has a Premier League goal. So shout out to him for contributing, you know, offensively. Because as I said, this conversation is about defensive midfielders. Goals shouldn't be what we're looking at. But he does have some things about him. We know that he's gotten how many? He's gotten a couple of yellow cards already. He's got some disciplinary I don't even know if he's like a victim of the Premier League officiating, or if it's really just him, or if he's sometimes too tired. I just don't know. But all I can tell you is that he has been getting a lot of minutes as well in the Premier League. He's got a lot of tackles, like 9 total tackles, 2 interceptions, 2 blocks. Really good defensive contribution in relation to everybody else. And his passing is really good, 83%. Passes completed. It's not quite like you know, Gravenberch. Gravenberch's pass completion is actually a little bit insane. 88%. He's very close to 90%. So, but we know Manchester United hasn't been doing as well as, say, Liverpool has. That's why we are where we are in the Premier League table. So I'm curious where you rank these players, who you think is better. Don't forget to hit the like button if you're just joining in this conversation. The link is in the chat if you want to call in. But I kindly remind you to hit the like button. I know some people don't like stats. They say I'm a GA merchant. I have to acknowledge the GA though. I have to acknowledge the GA. Is there any other midfielder that we're maybe forgetting? Big up to Bilal in the building. Shout out to Box, by the way. Box says prime Casemiro. We're talking about this season. The conversation is, Bilal, and anybody that's just joining in right now, who is the best Premier League midfielder right now? I want to know who you think it is and why. We've heard the stats. If you're into stats, you have seen the games. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. And for you, in your opinion, who would you pick? So let's look at this conclusion in this article that has sparked this conversation. Is Caicedo leads the division with the most tackles, most interceptions. He's completed the second most passes, and He's actually proven himself to be very, 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 very important. He's in Europe's top 5 leagues with 6.09 progressive passes per 90. And you cannot have the conversation about the best midfielder in the Premier League right now without talking about Caicedo. He's had a tough start to his beginning at Chelsea, but I think right now he started to show like this is why you pay top dollar to Brighton for me. And question is, do you rate Caicedo? How he's doing right now? But also, do you look at Declan Rice's remarkable consistency and also rate that more? Because he scored versus West Ham. He's been there week in, week out. As I said, he's so available, rarely injured. I'm curious who you think, who you gonna go with. Shout out to Doctor in the building, by the way.
Hi, Docs. How are you?
You sound like you're in a well. Are you all right?
Is this better?
Oh, now you're out the well. That's definitely better.
What is it with you and stats?
Men lie, women lie, stats don't lie.
First of all, we don't lie. I don't know which girl has been lying to you, but we don't lie like that. I don't know who.
No,
I don't know who broke your heart, but no.
no, I'm just saying, like, you can't take away if you scored a goal, nobody can say nothing. Caicedo scored a very important goal that, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that,
I'm
you
going
know
to
what I
say,
mean?
yeah, this season has in the Premier League we have 7 Premier League games, right? Then we have the 2 or 3 Carabao Cup games, and then the Champions League, the Europa League games, the Conference League games. So maybe in total 12, right? I
Yeah.
don't think it's enough data to collect. And me personally, I'm that kind of girl. I like consistency. I want to see 20 games. So if
Okay.
we can come back, if we can come back in December or first week of January and have this conversation, I will have it. But
No, no,
after
doctor.
12 games,
I have to pause you for a second because I feel like in your mind you have somebody who you want to be the best, but you haven't like you don't have enough data to run that agenda. Am I right or no?
you're actually wrong because I
No,
actually
you
don't know
can't tell
who.
me like we've played 6 Premier League games and minimum most top teams has played 7 games in all competitions.
Yeah,
You can't tell me that's not enough data to make an assessment
it's not enough.
about who is
We,
performing better right now.
right now,
Yeah.
not like if you're forcing me to pick, maybe Declan Rice, but I haven't watched Arsenal games like that. Maybe I've watched what 2 or 3, maybe 4 at
Okay.
maximum. To
Okay.
even say Declan Rice, everybody's been. You know me. If I was to pick somebody, I'd pick probably what Bruno, but he's been shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I want to do like a 20. Come back in December, January, first week of January, and I will give you the information. But
First week of
what?
January. Okay. 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 they say the box is saying you only watch them live at the Emirates. Okay.
Wow.
The name that you mentioned though, you said Declan Rice because I said Ganti
Maybe,
one. Okay.
possibly.
Possibly Declan Rice.
But
And
even that, I grew up where we had skulls on the field, like so. If I was to compare anybody, I would have to compare them to Skulls. And I know it's it's not good to do, and maybe their playing styles are way different. But
mm,
you know that I follow every like it's like I would always be like, but are they as good as Skulls though? And the answer to that question is no. Nobody's ever going to be as good as Skulls. So I would
okay.
have to, I know it's not good to do because you always like, nobody likes comparisons, you know. I hate it when your parents do it, and you hate it when your family friends do it. So I'm trying not to do it. I'm trying to stay far away from doing comparison because Nobody's. It's just
Okay.
not a thing.
Okay.
So
All right. All right.
Sheffield Elite, I was forced into making this a choice because me personally, I would have gone with Bruno first. But let's be honest, the 7, 8 games he's played, at least three of them, he's been horrible. Am I lying?
I Yeah, Bruno has
He's
had
been
the worst
horrible.
start. He's had the worst start. He's missed 2 penalties, you know, and
Can we put um like allegiances aside and stuff and be honest about our players?
he's been bad. I agree with you.
Ugarte. Did you really seriously write Ugarte? Casimiro. Fine.
Wait.
Casimiro.
Oh, I thought you were saying Ugarte. Okay, that was
No, I wasn't. I wrote Ugarte and like I read Ugarte. I'm also saying Casimiro is living off of uh, Real Madrid fame, and also there's certain mistakes he makes, and we all know he has that bozo gene where I can put a bet on him to get a yellow card every game. And that Chelsea game, he got the second yellow. It was a stupid mistake, something he could have not like gotten away with not doing. And again, that puts a thing on it where you can't give him the best in quotes the best midfielder right now. So
okay.
who else is in the midfield? Kobe hasn't played like that.
Yeah, Kobe hasn't gotten minutes.
Everybody,
There's not enough data to really talk about
yeah,
him this season.
everybody else who's a midfielder in quotes, for us has gone on loan.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what are we?
That's a fair assessment, and I want to say, like you said, Casemiro has the what? You said he's living off of his Real Madrid fame. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, like he's living that. Like if I was to say Casemiro is the
Yeah.
best Premier League midfielder right now, can we be honest? I'm lying.
Yeah, you're lying. You'd be lying.
I would be lying.
You
So
want to
it's
be
not.
lying?
I would be. I would be.
Yes, you would be lying. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, maybe Mason Mount. But do you really consider Mason Mount a midfielder?
Yeah, this conversation I wanted to be about the guys, central midfielders and defensive midfielders specifically, right? Because Mason Mount feels like he's more of an attacker. Even Bruno feels like an attacker, even though he's been
But
playing a lot deeper, as I said, you know. So, but
still,
but yeah, okay. But I heard your answer. Your final answer was Declan Rice.
no.
So
My final answer is
no,
not
that's what
Declan
you
Rice.
said.
No. I'm being forced to say Declan Rice. I will. If I'm. In fact, I'm going to take it back. I'm going to take it back
To who?
and say I don't give a fuck.
Because you got your allegiance blinding you. Shout out to Dr. Box says we shouldn't forget about Baliba, Tonali, Gumaresh, Enzo, and Watson in this conversation. I want to know where you stand. Big up to Esteval for Ballon d'Or. What you saying, broski?
What's good, bro? Can you hear me?
I'm good. I'm good. I can hear you properly. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
gun to your head. Pick one. Allegiance aside, I know you're a Chelsea supporter.
yeah. I don't even need a gun. I mean, this will sound like a Chelsea bias thing, but I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like
Hmm.
Caicedo is something else.
How so?
He's something else. I mean, like everybody's recognizing it now because he did that against Liverpool. He's been doing that for 18 months.
Yeah.
Chelsea fans have been saying it. Like we could win games without Cole Palmer. We can't win games without Caicedo.
Ooh. Okay.
Hands down. He was
You
our best player last season, hands down.
what's the one thing that you think he brings to the team that's so integral? Like I'm curious.
I mean, he does everything. We actually we limit him in our system. Like we try to limit him just for the sake of the system because Caicedo can do everything. He can break up play. He's better on the ball than Rice. Like I've heard people talk about Rice's passing. He doesn't come close to Caicedo on the ball. Like
Mm.
they had to get Zubimendi.
Y-
Like Arsenal have always tried to get a passer next to Rice. It started
Okay.
with Partey, and then it was Jorginho, and now it's Zubimendi. That's how limited. At least that's the limitation in Rice's game. He's a fantastic player, but like if you need a DM who's gonna sit in front of the defense, receive the ball from his goalkeeper with his back to the opposition, and turn on the half turn, progress the ball with his passes, and not just play sideways passes.
Yeah.
Caicedo does that. If you
Okay.
need him to bomb forward and hit a rocket, he does it. If you need him to bomb forward and pick the final pass and create a chance, he does it. Like, what was the goal we scored?
Brentford,
It was it Brent? No, no, he scored a goal against Brentford, but the recent match, it was the game
Liverpool.
against Benfica in the Champions League,
Okay. Okay.
where was it? There was a pass, there was a ball to Reece James. Like he played this, like arrowed through ball straight through Reece James, and then Reece James crossed the ball, and that ended up in the net with Enzo Fernandez. That was the last goal Enzo Fernandez scored. But like he can do everything in midfield. He can
And and
pass.
and and the setting up Esteval's like equalizer. Actually, he was the one pass before the assist, right? Like
Yeah,
I
yeah, 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 bro.
did a
Like
no look. Was it a no look pass?
that
Man.
no look pass to Lavia. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. Like he can pass. He can carry the ball. I know you. I heard you say he can actually carry the ball. We just don't let him.
Oh, so you're saying it's
Yes.
actually not a con. It's just because he's not being let.
Yeah, like Maresca needs him to stay disciplined. That's why. Like he can carry the ball however many yards we want him to. He can do everything on the pitch.
I feel like for Ecuador, he plays it slightly more,
Further forward, yeah, for Ecuador,
right?
yeah, yeah. He's an 8 for Ecuador. We use him as a 6, just because
Okay.
we have Enzo Fernandez. Like if Enzo Fernandez wasn't in the team
Yeah.
and we've had Lavia sitting as a 6, people would see Caicedo differently.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Uh,
All
but
right.
so, but like Rice is good and he can do everything. I think maybe the difference between Caicedo and Rice is that I trust Caicedo more in the first phase of play than I trust Rice. And then of
Chelsea
course, like
bias
Rice,
speaking. Chelsea bias
Rice.
is speaking.
Bro, no, Caicedo is something else. If he was playing for any other team, I'll still tell you the same thing.
All right. All right. All right. So who's
Another
number?
player that another player people are sleeping on,
Yeah.
Adam Wharton.
Okay.
Adam Wharton for Crystal Palace. Once he leaves Palace and he goes to a bigger team, people will
Okay.
be having a different conversation about him.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Nah. Appreciate that. Big up yourself on
Big up, big up, big up.
yeah, on those two names. Adam Wharton, that's true. And actually also like what Box said, for me, more flowers for Tonali. Tonali is actually he frees Bruno Guimaraes, if you get what I'm saying. Let's hear the thoughts of Stratford Elite. Big up, broski.
What's happening?
Yo, who's the best Premier League midfielder right now?
First of all, I got to call out Doctor. Before I was hearing Dr. Emirates allegations, that Rice selection is living up to it.
Right? She tried to like retract, and I really should have seen Vinda before she tried to like whatever. And then now she crashes out. She swears like her last word was her swearing because
At
she
this point,
realized
it's Arsenal bias. I
the
don't know
bias
how
is
you can tell.
exposed.
Yeah, yeah, it's dark. It's look for me. Rice isn't a bad player. The
Yeah.
free kick chat you were saying about scoring free kicks, he didn't even do that in the Prem. That was the Prem. That was the Champions League.
It's
And
out of his set piece contributions. That's why.
but
That's
this
why.
is what this is my point. But
Okay.
does kicking a dead ball really contribute to how good you are as a midfielder?
It's a characteristic that you bring to the table, and then when you're comparing people that play similar positions as you, it's what sets you apart in your resume, in your CV. If you say,
Okay, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, it could be like the extra qualifications, but it's not the ones that are required for the midfield job. So
Sure.
if it's level playing field, you say between Rice and Caicedo, you say, oh yeah, you can, I don't know, score a free kick from 30 yards, fair enough. But like, I wouldn't say taking a corner is core to being a midfielder.
Okay.
Like you can
Fair.
have fullbacks or wingers who take corners. That doesn't mean they're good midfielders. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Point.
But
That.
yeah,
Mhm.
like with this conversation, I want to sort of get a level playing ground because I
Okay.
think we're sort of talking about like the suggestions you said is like 6 or 8, so we can sort of rule out the tens works, but
Yes.
not that
Yeah.
he
Let's take out the
not
tens.
not
Exactly.
that he'd be there anyway, but yeah, just so that we can focus on conversation.
Thank you.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, for me, like the previous caller said, I think Caicedo, he's head and shoulders. Well, I would say head and shoulders, but if he's been the best midfielder this season, I'll say close second. I'll put Gravenberch only because of the last recent form he's dipped.
Mm.
But I think and Arnie Slot's kind of ruining him playing him centre back these games. But
Yeah.
like temperament on the ball, I think technically he's got the passing range, he's got the ability to sort of break the lines, and he's got a long range shot. So yeah, I'd throw him in that conversation. I'll say Caicedo's better than him athletically. He's just
Okay.
got more of an engine than Gravenberch. I think
Okay.
technically they're on a very similar playing field. Maybe Gravenberch edges Caicedo just technically, but I say Caicedo has more work rate. Like he gives me that Kante vibes when I saw him against Liverpool. I thought, is this
Ooh.
Kante in disguise?
Okay, okay. All right, okay. So help me figure out the fourth name to put in the poll because as you've been talking, I've been synthesizing everybody's conversation right now, and yours specifically. And I said I've got Caicedo, Gravenberch, Rice. Who's should be the fourth in the poll? Because I just want to do a quick poll as well. The show
For
is
the
running.
fourth.
Mm.
It's funny. I was seeing the chat. People were saying, Bruno Guimaraes. I saw, was it
Tonali.
Tonali, Enzo? Definitely not.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna be controversial, and people are gonna disagree with me. I want to put Wharton there, and this is not even like because he's got the stats. Like the stats merchants will disagree. I just think I test. You look at the way he plays. You saw the way he played against Everton, even though they lost, or you still see the way he's played for Crystal Palace so far this season.
Yeah.
Trying to think of a good game. Was it Liverpool? He's
Mhm.
dictated that midfield.
That's true. That's true.
He's really got that technical gift where he can link up the play, slows down time. I was even sort of watching the clips of him warming up. He doesn't look at the ball once when he's carrying the ball. So
Mm.
I'll throw his name into that. I know people will come here and say, other midfielders like,
You know
um,
what?
but I'll
Looking
be
at
controversial
his
as a football
yeah,
player, as a football fan. I see the talent he has. So yeah, I'll put Wharton
bro.
there.
I bought it. You convinced me. Wharton is in there. Is in the poll, guys. I want to know who you think. Looking at also Crystal Palace's position in the league as well. I'm sure like he's had some significant contribution, and Peter says it's not controversial at all. So yeah, no, big up.
Okay.
Big up straight for the lead for that. I appreciate you as always, my broski. Let's actually speaking of Peter, he says that's not controversial. Let's hear what he says. Big up, bro.
That's not controversial, bro, at all. I have
Right.
him
I,
third.
I I feel like it was the appropriate fourth name to put in the poll.
I
Um.
have him third, bro.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. One second. Yeah, I have Caicedo first. I think he's the
Okay.
best midfielder. I have Declan Rice second. I have Wharton third. I have Gravenberg fourth, and
Wow.
Bruno Guimaraes fifth, bro. The real Bruno.
Gumares. No believer. Even though we wanted
Bro,
believer.
he's stinky, bro.
Ah, no.
He catfished us, bro.
Really?
Yeah, he's stinky.
Damn.
Bro, he's been hooked every single game at halftime, bro.
Stinker and hooked.
Stink guy every single game. That's like
Damn.
stinky,
Okay.
stinky, stinky, bro.
Okay. No, I think your ranking, I cannot disagree with it. For me too, I kind of feel like
Gravenberg is overrated, bro. Like
no,
listen to me.
Gravenberch was really
He's good.
good. Yeah,
He's
go
good.
ahead.
He's
Go
really
ahead.
good, but overrated, bro. People are putting him on the pedestal where he doesn't belong, in my opinion.
So do you think he will fade, or he will like
No, no.
cuz
By me saying over, yeah, I have him fourth best in the Premier League, but people are having this conversation like he's the best. So that's why I say he's overrated.
okay. Okay.
He's not the best. Like
He's-
Caicedo is better. Declan Rice is far better.
Even though
Unimportant,
he
bro.
has 3 GA in the Premier League, one assist in the Champions League, like
Bro, I don't care about GA. Jokeres has 3 GA. He's looking shit.
but my point is, this is somebody that shouldn't be scoring goals, is getting goals. Isn't that like he's doing more than his, like you are hired to be a secretary, but now here you are running the meeting. Here you are, you're not just taking minutes and answering phones. You are actually making administrative. You do you get what I'm saying? Like he's going above and beyond what his job description
But he's
is.
an 8. So he's an 8. So Bruno Guimaraes. The real Bruno has what as well? 3 GA,
Okay.
4 GA, 5 GA. How many GA? I don't know.
I don't know how Bruno Guimaraes' stats are looking, but
Oh, I want Bruno at United, bro. Like, at this team, Joelinton and Bruno midfield, they would eat, bro.
can you say that again? Joelinton, Bruno, and Joelinton, and are you talking about the Man United midfield? And you're saying we would
Man
need
United midfield, Joelinton and Bruno Guimaraes, bro. Not Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Guimaraes. They would eat, bro. They're dogs. They are dogs, bro. Like if you watch Newcastle, the way they bully every single player, like even if they like a duel, they'll
Yeah.
just shove them, bro, and they'll send them back to, I don't know. They'll just shove them, bro, and they'll fly off the opponents. Like they do these nasty little things, where the light hit the opponents, or they
Yeah.
just
It's
dark
like they
arts,
play
bro.
dirty.
Those
They're
two
actually, they're
dark
actually,
arts, bro.
yeah, they're the closest to like Atletico Madrid type playing in the Premier League, Newcastle.
Yeah.
Right? I totally get your point, bro. Nah, thank you for your thoughts and your rankings, Peter. Always
Yeah, no worries, bro.
appreciate you here, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button if you're enjoying this conversation. I want to hear what you think. Who's the best Premier League midfielder right now? Welcome to the show, NN. Stratford Elite said Gravenberch isn't overrated. This is recency bias.
What's recency bias?
Gravenberch, he's responding to what Peter said. He's saying Gravenberch is not overrated. How do you rank Gravenberch versus Caicedo, for example?
That's not even a conversation.
I already knew the answer to that.
The only reason people made that conversation is because he performed better than what he did on the club, and they won the league. On the club, he was a bench boy.
How
then-
so, bro? How come? Like, this is crazy, actually.
He
Because
wasn't
Klopp was
using-
playing with what? Was it like when Endo was still there and like
Yeah, and Endo was playing, and then Slot came in and he used Gravenberch over Endo. Gravenberch was done. He was a failed signing for Slot, for not Slot,
Slot.
Klopp. And Slot came in and used him. So that's why everyone moved that he was a revelation.
Mm,
And when they won the league, of course,
yeah. It's like, oh yeah, he helped them. He made them win the league. Actually, he's the engine. You can have that. You can make that narrative really popular. So okay, so let me hear your rankings, starting with Caicedo, Rice, Gravenberch, and whoever your fourth one is. I want to hear.
Caicedo, number one, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Gravenberch, I'll put second. Rice, number three. And then, of course, it's Mr. Belieber, number four. He'll make his move. He'll come.
Believer. How does Believer get into this conversation? And
What
then
do you mean? How does Belieber get into this conversation? He's been great.
we're talking about this season. He's been great this season.
Of course.
We're not talking ability. We're not talking potential. We're talking about this season.
Listen, the manager just wants to bring him off at halftime for his own health, for his own good, not because he's stinking up the pitch. You guys need to watch the match.
Cameroon bias.
Where's the bias?
Cameroon.
All right.
bias,
Okay,
bro.
so now that I'm not allowed to name the actual fourth best player in the league, who else has been up there? Who else has been up there?
He was just such
You know what? Paulinho.
João Paulinho?
Yeah, at Spurs.
Is he still like nah?
Are you saying no?
Wait.
Why are you saying no?
Okay, let me see. I need to see where he ranks. Like, because one thing about Paulinho, I used to respect the fact that he'd be the one getting the most tackles in the Premier League. Like he had that sort of like I know. Oh my
Who
God.
do you want to say? Elliot Anderson, or
Say
flipping-
Watson is ahead of him.
or that third striker?
Who?
You'll take who? What did you just say?
Watson.
Walter's not really. He's not. His main job is not CDM-ish. That's more for Hughes. That's next to him. He's the one that's going to be the one tackling. Walton is the one that spreads the game.
Okay, Watson aside. Well, it also just depends because like if you're playing a double pivot or a single pivot, this conversation, like you know what I mean? Because like some
Yeah, but that's the thing. Caicedo basically plays a single pivot,
yeah.
especially if we start the match with somebody else in the cam and we have Enzo next to him. Enzo's going to be given the freedom to go forward and box crash. So that means Caicedo is going to be left to himself in that pivot.
Okay. I hear you. As you're talking, I was just looking at the interception stats just to see, just get a feel.
Oh, Andre Santos can be number 4. Andre Santos can be number 4.
Andre
that's
Santos.
good. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a better answer than
No, you don't. You don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, bro.
Who does Andre Santos play for?
Santos is. Who does he play for? We're talking about him in the
Who does he play
transfer
for?
window.
Bots?
I can't remember who he plays for.
See, Bots.
I remember who we're talking when we're talking about him in the what you might call it, in the transfer window.
Well, are we doing like this season, or are we doing like
We're just doing this season. Cause look right now. Okay, as you were
okay,
talking,
we're doing the season right now.
Mm-hmm.
When Lavia came on, were you moved? Did you watch the match? When Lavia came on, what did you think?
I didn't. You mean the Chelsea match? I didn't watch that.
Hey man, what I'm saying, Lavia came back from an injury again. First game against the reigning champs, he bust the field. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Okay. So what happened to that other guy for Spurs, bro? You mentioned Paulinho, but you remember Bissouma. Where's Bissouma?
I think he's doing balloons or something. I haven't heard of him this whole season. I think he's falling out of favor. I could be wrong, but he ain't made any headlines.
Cause the reason why. So Paulinho has always been like the last couple of seasons. He's always been the guy that's either getting the most tackles or most interceptions. We've had this like conversation.
I mean, he went to Bayern, it didn't work out there, and everyone thought he was finished.
Yes.
Then Spurs got him on loan, and I feel like the only reason I say Paulinho is because I feel like that's a good signing, and everyone was moving away from him like he was done. I think as the season goes on, you'll start to see better and better performances from them. I think if they can get him to sign for them that will be. I think he's top. I think he when he signs for them after the season because he's on loan right now.
Mm.
If I think he can do what I think he can do, I think that's an automatic top 4 DM.
Okay. All right. All right. We'll see. We'll see how that keeps on evolving after like 10 games or 20 games, as Doctor said.
20 games.
Yeah. We'll see how where we like how we still rank these players because I feel like some people are benefiting off of like
You
you
don't
know
you don't play with any. You don't play with the DM anyway. You
you
play
don't play
with.
what?
I said United don't really play with a DM, do they? Technically on paper it's two center mids, yeah, and you're gonna use one as a DM because the other one's Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, usually if it's Casemiro there, he's the one that's sort of like a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
But
Do
yeah,
you not want do you not want to see Kobe with Bruno start a match one of these days?
no, I want to see Ugarte and Casemiro. I feel like that's
You want to see Agata and Casemiro? Then who's going to be on the bench? Is Bruno on the bench?
Bruno has to be one of the tens. That's how
So
like
does that
that's
mean? So then Cunha on the bench? That means
hey,
does that mean that's a failed signing then, or that you regret selling Bruno? You could have got 100 mil for Bruno. You're now benching one of your new signings for him.
nah. Stop on the say failed siding conversation. I don't. Here's the thing. I want to stop saying this, and I want to stop saying this about Cunha because we all know like these other players that take a while before they take off. You remember what happened with Henri? Henri didn't take off the moment he came in. I believe he actually went 6 games without scoring or assisting. And then Thierry Henry became Thierry Henry. Have no fear, ladies and gentlemen. Bali Tech is here. What's up, bro?
What's good in the hood? Big up to everyone.
We're good. We're good. Talking about the best midfielder in the Premier League right now.
Casado's the best, bro. There's no dispute. There's no argument. There's no running around in circles. He's the best. I remember when he was at Brighton, and I remember when it was Man United versus Brighton, and he was all over the place. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, where did Brighton get this kid from? So when Chelsea stepped in and said, yeah, we're going to pay whatever it takes to get this kid, I weren't surprised at all. I really was not surprised at all. Um, Having said that, Chelsea are very lucky because they've made quite a few signings in recent years. And to me, he's the only one that really hit. He's the only one that I look and say, yeah, apart from him and Cole Palmer, them two have really, really justified their price tags. Some of these guys have been bought for some price tags, and you think, rah, well, they're just over there, but they're not. They're not really saying much.
Yeah,
But
the
them,
media just protects them. Actually, I don't know if you've seen this rhetoric that's sort of like, oh, there's even conversations about, oh, Florian Wirtz. This is what Slot needs to adjust to Florian Wirtz's game. Like it's more about protecting Florian Wirtz than like crucifying Florian Wirtz. You remember what happened to Jadon Sancho? Sky Sports
mm,
actually is the one that gave me the 007 idea because they had a 007 James Bond type of thing on a
mm.
graphic. And Jadon Sancho right there. And then like looking at his stats, and he had a terrible start at the beginning. Then I was like, hold on a second. Why is this such a night and day difference between
I
how
think I think the issue with that is that most of the Liverpool pundits are like the majority in the media, so the scrutiny that they're gonna give to a manager on Florian Wirtz is different. They're going to scrutinize the manager and say, well, you bought him. They're going to back the player because they know that he's good. Whereas Man United get dragged through the mud because it creates headlines. We're a bigger club. And obviously, they're going to make a lot more money out of it.
yeah.
Obviously, all the rival fans are going to buy the paper because, yeah, let's laugh at Man United. And it's gonna sell papers. Hated, adored, and but never ignored.
Oh, that's
It's
true.
normal.
That's true. That's us. You're right. It just comes with the territory. So okay, so let's hear your rankings of these midfielders. So you said Caicedo's above everyone.
Caicedo's undisputed right now. Then we have who's this kid again? Now Declan Rice is third. Who's
Wait, so
before? I'm trying.
we have Gravenberch,
Uh,
right? Gravenberch.
Gravenberch is second. I think that one, like, he's a Premier League champion, and yeah, they've kind of started funny, but the guy's technical brilliance and everything else, to me, I don't think that one could be disputed as to how good the guy is. So,
Okay.
Casado, Gravenberch, and Rice. That's probably my three.
That's interesting, because right now we have I made a little poll about 15 minutes ago. 7 people have voted, and nobody has voted for Gravenberch. Everyone went with Rice and Caicedo, and what, which is so funny.
But but that people can vote and
Yeah,
whatnot, but even
yeah,
if they were just to go off statistics alone, they will see that Gravenberch is a lot higher than they've actually placed him. So I mean, it is what it is. But me personally, I admire Gravenberch. I've watched this guy, and I've literally watched Liverpool and thought to myself, wait, hold on. Under Ten Hag, we was trying to get this kid. Somehow he ends up at Liverpool. The same thing with Gakpo. And I'm just thinking, how did we let... It's not like these two players were expensive,
yeah.
We've bought players that are way more expensive than them. Anthony was way more expensive than Gakpo, but yet we ended up with... Anyways, so for me, I'm just like, bro, how did we miss out on them two-sideds? Them two-sideds, in my humble opinion, would make our team look so different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you. I hear you. And Gravenberch is the best out of that bunch, says Mr. B. Uh, Nobody wants gravy. Majority want rice, says Stephanie. Very funny. So, what about that fourth spot? Who would you give it to?
Wharton has to come into that because Wharton is a guy that's creeping up. And then I would probably throw Elliot Anderson into there.
Mm.
And I'd probably throw Zubamendi into there as well.
What?
Yeah, I'd throw him into there.
Zooby-dooby-doo. Nah, not Zubamendi. Nah, Valitek, I refuse. Oh, Lord. Let's hear Riri. What's up, Riri?
What is going on?
Valitek decided to throw in Zubamendi into the conversation, Not that he's been like a howl or anything, but like he's just, I haven't heard him at all in this, like all the show today. And then Valitek mentions Zubamendi. How do you think about this? What do you think about this midfield conversation?
I don't really care.
Okay.
What I care about is the fact that you let Joe peer pressure you into changing your background when you were outside on your couch enjoying the bright sunshine. He's hating, bro. It's cold and gloomy in England. And you let Joe peer pressure you into changing your background because he's hating.
So you're saying Joe is doing this because he's in a miserable...
Yo, he's miserable, bro.
And I'm on my porch.
Man see you on the porch with the sunshine and just got jealous. And then you went ahead, listened to him, and changed your background.
Joe says he doesn't like the couch. It's been hit by the sun too much, so probably
It's
Joe
the
doesn't...
sun, bro. Don't let him fool you about no couch. Man see the sun and is like, yo, where's the sun in England?
We might have to do a poll, Joe. I'd be like, show the couch or don't show the couch. What do you think?
Show the sun or don't show the sun.
Right? That is too funny. That is too funny.
Okay, so now that I've given you your comedy relief for the afternoon,
Yeah.
uh so for me, it's Caicedo at number one. Like he's above all these guys, like legit above all these guys. He was one of the bright lights at Brighton, and now he's gone to Chelsea, and he's just continue being what he was at Brighton.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so he's number one.
Okay.
And then I feel like the rest of the field is lagging behind based on quality, to be fair. Um Rice doesn't impress me. I don't know what people see in Rice, because he does Rice was Rice impressed me when he was at West Ham. When
Okay.
he went to Arsenal, Rice doesn't do anything at Arsenal that like blows up my skirt like Marilyn Monroe. Like it doesn't,
Hey, hey. Okay.
you know.
But here's the thing. I know this is something that people don't attribute to a defensive midfielder. Like Stretford Elite was saying that we shouldn't even count his corners. We shouldn't count his like threat in set pieces. But I feel like it's something that sets him apart from the rest of the other midfielders in this conversation. So we need to consider it. We need to look at how consistent he is with his very dangerous delivery from that.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's talented. Like to what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like him at West Ham when he was with the Hammers
Yeah.
was sensational.
Sure.
Rice was sensational at West Ham. What he did for that organization, yeah, top tier, hands down. But since he's come to Arsenal, like I wouldn't say he's fallen off. I just feel like his role has changed, and it doesn't highlight
As
his
much.
his skill set as much, and
Yeah.
and how talented he can be in that midfield. So, I mean, yeah, I guess you could put him at second,
Yeah.
because who else is there that's like, you know.
I mean, Gravenberch.
But to NN's point, Gravenberch only got his call up after Klopp left.
That doesn't
Klopp,
make him
Klopp,
worse, though.
Klopp. No, I didn't say he's worse, but
Yeah.
but his body of work is what? Because Slot decided Hendo was old, and then he didn't, because when Klopp used to
Endo.
sub out Hendo,
Yeah.
he would bring in what's that young kid's name with the curly hair?
Uh, uh, um, Elliot. No, no, not Harvey Elliott.
You
Is
know
it?
who I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, is it
But
Harvey
then
Elliott?
I think it's Harvey Elliott. But
Okay.
when Slot came,
Yeah.
he changed that around.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Gravenberch started getting. But even in that run last year, like nobody was really talking about Gravenberch. Like you didn't hear, oh, Gravenberch is like ripping up trees in Liverpool's midfield. The talk was still Trent to Salah, Salah to score. Like it wasn't. Do you understand? You coming from?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
So for me, at least last year with Rice was doing his thing for Arsenal. You know what I mean? And you actually you were hearing about Rice. Like
Okay.
you were hearing people talk about, Rice's contributions to Arsenal. Like with Gravenberch, you wasn't really, there was no really discuss. Oh well, Gravenberch is really helping Arsenal, Liverpool in their title. He is the title runner or whatever. It was Diaz. It was Diaz. It was Salah. It was Trent.
Got you. I kind of
Every now and again, Gakpo. I mean, those were the names you were hearing on that run last year. So that's why for me, Rice is above him. And then if you want to put him third, and then Wharton for Palace. I watch a few of Palace's games. He is a bright and upcoming midfielder. Like he is what Caicedo was for Brighton at Palace.
One more time. Rephrase that again.
He is to Palace what Caicedo was to Brighton.
Brighton. Got you. Okay.
What I don't know is if he's shown the big lights, if it will continue the way Caicedo has.
Hey, we'll be there. We'll see. And hopefully, does Uncle Miro get at all into this conversation or no?
Uncle Miro in Real Madrid was heads and shoulders above all these fools.
Yeah.
Uncle Miro with arthritis legs is unfortunately no, and that's my but you know that's my player. Like Casemiro is my guy, like my guy, like legit. And Casemiro is not even my guy from Real. Casemiro is my guy from Brazil. Like that's my guy. But his age is unfortunately father time. After a while, he has no remorse or sympathy for any of us, and I think Father Time is catching up with him physically. Mentally, however, Casemiro still runs rings around a few of these midfielders we're talking about with his vision, just his midfield vision, just his seeing the pitch the way he sees the pitch.
You know who I'd like him to be, Casemiro? You remember how Fernandinho was? Like, it's like...
Yes, at City.
Yeah.
Yes, at City.
He could just become like a Fernandinho type where he's just not necessarily... He's just using his IQ.
Yeah. His IQ, definitely.
Himself and read,
we would have to get our team to that place that City was at in order to utilize him in that regard. Yeah. And I don't think he's sticking around after this season. I think he either goes to MLS, or really think he's gonna go to MLS because he owns a house in Orlando.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So yes. And he also owns a team in Brazil. So yeah. I mean the Saudi money, but again, that Saudi lifestyle is not for everybody. So money for some people is not everything. A good lifestyle is also. I mean, they only make reservations for Ronaldo because Ronaldo is Ronaldo. They don't do it for every player.
Got you. Nah, Riri, I appreciate you. I appreciate your call.
Yeah, man. Joe, show the sunshine on your porch, bro. Forget Joe.
For sure. Hey, the sun is shining. It feels good. I'm sorry if you're in the UK and you're not feeling this. Oh, God. One last person, and then we'll have a group conversation. Shout out to Professor Omo Solo. Yo, so, yes.
What's your question?
The question is, who is the best Premier League midfielder right now? And why?
Bruno Guimaraes.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Bruno Guimaraes.
Explain. Why is
Bruno Guimaraes could dictate play, attack, defend, win ball, most do one, and most fouls on him after he wins the ball. You're gonna foul him. You're not getting the ball up and press resistance. Bruno Guimaraes. People want to add in Rice. I understand it. But there's Rice has flaws to his game, not dictating plays. Another person I would put second best, Caicedo.
Okay, Bruno Guimaraes is one. I'm still trying to understand why he's above Gravenberch, why he's above Declan Rice. Because
without Bruno Guimaraes, Newcastle doesn't know what they're doing. Bruno Guimaraes is the key. If you watch Newcastle, nobody watched Newcastle. So let's put that out. If you watch Newcastle, you'll be like,
nobody watched Newcastle.
Okay. That disrespectful from me. That disrespect from me. People watch Newcastle. Not a lot. I don't think enough people watch them. But to me, when I see Bruno Guimaraes on the pitch, I'm like, okay, the chance of winning has increased. The chance of your team winning, of Newcastle winning, has increased with Bruno Guimaraes. Okay. Second best, I'll put Caicedo there because that Chelsea team, like how So it's not supposed to work. That midfield is not supposed to work, but Cancelo makes it work.
Fair.
Another those are top two for me. I know people say Rice. I'm not gonna argue with that. Soberslide. I'm not gonna argue with that.
There's no Gravenberch in your list, sir. Why is that?
I'm not. You said Gravenberch. I'm not gonna argue with you, but he's not on my top two list. Probably like probably number 5. Probably number 5. I could say that.
Who's that? Say that
I could probably put Gravenberch number 5. I could argue for 4. Because I'm not gonna throw away Reinders. Right.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna throw away Reinders. I could put Reinders 3. I could put Reinders 3 or 4.
What does Reinders have? What does he bring to the table?
Before he came to this Pep team, I know the type of player he was. Pep got him. In my mind, I'm like, oh, Pep will destroy him. But Pep is like, oh no, you're gonna play a game. I'm like, huh? You're gonna let players play the game now, Pep? You've never done this your whole career. But now this year, he's letting players play the game. Tijani Reinders at Newcastle is playing his game. At Man City is playing his game. Like drifting to the left, drifting to the right, drop back at the ball. All of a sudden he's in the 9th position. All of a sudden he's in 10th position. All of a sudden he's in the 6th position. All of a sudden he's on the wing. That's his game right there. So simple. Like I'm gonna fill in those pockets similar to what's this guy named Thomas Müller was doing at Bayern Munich.
Okay.
Ramatanda. I'm gonna fill in the pocket. I'm gonna attack the pocket. Give me the ball. We scoring goals. That's Johnny Reinder's game.
Okay, I'll be waiting to see it properly because honestly, City has had a bad start.
City defense is poor. Like I expect them to concede to not win the league. If they win the league, everybody fumbled. If they win the league, Liverpool fumbled, Arsenal fumbled, so everybody fumbled. If Man City win the league, all those teams fumbled. That's how I see it. Because they should not be winning the league in no shape or form. Everybody else fumbled. That's it.
I hear it. Okay.
But okay, another player, Watson is a good player, but I will give him more time. My boy Miner could have been up there, but he ran. He you know what happened last year. Another one that has finally blossomed. He blossomed last year. The great James Garner. Garner.
Okay, James Garner.
I was waiting for that, and that finally happened. Mm-hmm. It's finally happened. James Garner is playing phenomenal football over there. Another one that people think mid-table Galactico, Damsgaard. Mid-table Galactico, like he just does everything for them. Elliot Anderson, I want to see more from him. He had the potential to be there. It could be like what Calvin Phillips was supposed to be. Elliot Anderson could push past that level, and hopefully this year is able to do that. Another person, gambling addict, Tonali. Tonali is a good midfielder.
It's funny how you mention all these others and then you're saying Tonali at the end, which is sin binnable, you know.
What's the name? He's a gambling addict.
No, Tonali should be up there, like before you even talk about James Gardner, bro. Like before.
I talk about him last because again, he just 1 year break gambling and he just came back. You got to get back to that form. Okay. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm not saying that. I'm loving them. I'm like, no. I told my 1 and 2 already. Everybody else, I'm just mentioning just honorable mentions. Okay. They're just honorable mentions. Everybody else is honorable mentions.
Well, it's a horrible mention, sir.
and you see nobody from United over there because I do not know what my managers do. My midfield, I cannot put anybody there. I'm sorry. I would have put Casemiro there, but I don't know what my manager is doing. I don't know what my manager is doing.
Casemiro has been getting game time, and he's been all right. You know, like has he put
good is not good enough.
No.
I know what he can be. Even at this old age, with his we would say, weakened legs or tackling. I know what he can be. This is not it. You brother, you just does something that makes no sense with Casemiro. So that's I cannot safely put him up there. If Ten Hag was here, I would have put him up there. But I cannot put him up there. I'm sorry. The managers will make the players tick, and then for me, bro, what are you doing, my midfielders?
Next suggestion, Joelinton.
God forbid that lady. God forbid.
No, but I hear this. I hear your point. I think like somebody that I was wondering where he would end up in terms of his career path was Toby Collier. It's sad that he's not at United right now, right? Because like maybe
Yeah,
in
because
2
he
years.
sucks.
Say what?
Because he sucks.
No, don't
He's on
slander
loan.
Collier.
Nah, don't hate on the
He's
kid
on
like that. He
loan.
just wasn't given enough chances. For me, I thought Toby Collier
No,
was
but
at,
he's on loan to develop himself. So I don't know why you're instantly crucified.
yeah. Collier is like, you remember like there was last season when he played, he was even played at left back, right? One point, if I'm not mistaken. He was played at left back, and then there was all these other important moments where the headed goal line clearance. I can't remember which team it was against, but like this was one of those moments where like, oh, everybody else was struggling, and then we brought in Toby Collier, and he was one of the best standout performers, and he certainly deserves more chances.
What year was
Yeah,
this?
so he's
This was last
developing
year.
himself in another team. I really feel like
No, but
he made
no, say what you're
this
saying,
thing.
Doctor.
I feel like Toby is probably in his loan team developing himself. He'll come back to the team and probably shine like Ahmad is. You know, Ahmad went to Sunderland. Ahmad went to Rangers, right? Went and developed himself. Came back better than ever. Sometimes a loan is does what it's supposed to do. So I'm just hoping
Where
that
is he going to?
whatever
I agree with the
Where is he
doctor.
going
He's at West Brom.
Let Coyle enjoy his game and
Is he getting game time though?
I think so. I think he's
Yes, he
gotten
is. He is getting. Yes, he is
a
getting game
few
time.
appearances. And West Brom is not a bad team.
I never
Let's
said
be
it was.
honest. Yeah, I'm not saying you said it was. I'm just saying
He's getting game time, but not enough
he's
minutes.
getting game. Yeah, exactly. And the
Then
championship
he
is
needs to
not
get more
easy.
minutes.
Yeah,
Have
he
you
got
seen?
100 and so many minutes, not enough.
Yeah, that's all enough.
So
In
Okay,
He'll get more.
if I could,
They play 46 games a season, not including FA Cup.
How many have they played already? That's the
They
question.
They play like
they
9
played
or
9
something.
games. They played 9 games. He has started 1 and came off the bench for 8. Came off the bench for 7.
That's not looking good.
It's not enough.
So?
It's not enough.
Bally Tech, what did you want us to say?
I just wanted to interject a little bit and say that just like in my humble opinion, I don't think Collier is going to make it at Manchester United. He does have good physical attributes, but I think there's other parts of his game that's lacking. We do have some youngsters that play in a similar position to him that, in my opinion, they're not on loan yet and they're better than him in terms of the Sekou Kones of this world, Foyts. These brothers are way better footballers than him.
I
So
disagree. I think it's just Amram tax. I think he's just not Amram's type of midfielder. But you get a manager who actually maybe plays a midfield three. I think you can see Collier's got the talent. He's good on the ball. I'm not saying he's he's a world beater, but he's got the attributes that he can build off of to become a good midfielder. He just needs the game time. I just don't get the West Brom loan. I would have kept him and played him. Same with Kobe. Just
Let
play
me
him. Like,
Let me not mention
but
Newcastle.
haven't you noticed that they said that the reason why they kept Sekou at the club and they didn't send him on loan is because at some point in the season that they want to see if they could give him a chance in the first team. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not
Sekou's
sure
injured
if
now.
how much
Sekou's
you're
injured.
aware.
He's injured.
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if he's injured now, but I'm not sure
He
how
is.
much aware you are of the kid. But the kid is better than Collier. I promise you that.
let me ask you a question. If Kobe and Aiden Heaven aren't getting game time, do you think Sekou Kone is going to get game time?
Not a chance.
So,
And anyway,
Probably not for now. But then you never know how the season pans out. If there's a few injuries, then we might have to at least put him on the bench because the kid is good. I promise you, the kid's
sending
good.
him alone on January, then that's just you've wasted his time basically.
Sekou only went on loan earlier on this season, but he got injured. I believe it was a head concussion or some sort of.
Didn't
he got a bad injury.
he go to Switzerland?
Nah, he ain't been on loan. He just got injured in under 21s match.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't an under. Either way, he got injured, but it was a bad injury, and I don't think they're gonna. If anything, they're gonna integrate him in January
I think that's gonna
into the
slow
under
down
twenty
his
one.
integration
I
because
don't
they're
know.
just gonna take things
I don't
careful with
know
him.
how our beautiful youths are gonna get integrated into this my manager senior team. Because again, when I see them, when I'm here, Jim Twits is training with the senior team. I'm like, why? For what reason? Why are you trying to ruin my youth for? Like, you know
Why
what next
not?
gonna say?
Why
Promote your
not?
league.
These
Not
youth
every
ain't even getting their socks. They're having
It's
to
a,
wear
it's
Everton players' socks and stuff.
it's a
I don't know if
simple
you heard
thing.
about that.
I
That's
look
the
at it.
Right.
I'm
under
like,
13. That's the under
You
13.
okay? So everyone, I just wanted to say, bless up, have a good evening. I'm on my way to a Broadway play, so everybody have a good evening. Okay.
Have
Oh,
fun.
nice. Which one? Which one, Riri?
Uh that becomes her.
Okay. Okay. All right. Big up.
I think I
Enjoy it.
remember that movie from back in the day.
I want to hear about it.
don't take out your phone and record. They will hush you. That happened.
Omo, I am not you, bro. What?
I
I
took
have
out my phone to record
I
and say,
have
hey.
I have class and couth. I am not you, my brethren.
I took out my phone to record and say, hey. I'm like, okay, that's the regular
Yes,
me.
I have class and couth, Omo. I know. I
Almost
have what the English say. I have decorum. Okay.
decorum. Almost that guy who, like, you just see, like, when the security
Just excited to
just
be
covers
somewhere.
the thing. I
You
don't know.
got that
Act
right.
like you've been there before, mate.
Yeah.
Right?
Nah.
But yeah, everybody stay blessed, man. Have a good evening.
Have
Big up,
fun.
But
Riri.
I'll let you know. I'll hit you up on text and let you know.
For sure, for sure. Big up, sis. All right. Okay. So to end the conversation, I've been synthesizing the names we've been talking about, and it really comes down to Gravenberch, Rice, and Caicedo. I think Wharton, Casemiro, and Tonali out of this.
Someone, there's no need to synthesize it or whatever you said, man. We all know it's Caicedo. Let's stop this.
Caicedo gets an A for his team. Like, I think also having 3 goals just this season is, it's not even, I don't even want to, as I mentioned, I don't want to talk about goals when talking about this position. But like,
Yeah, but that's the only time anyone ever brings up Caicedo, when he scores goals.
Let's
no,
not do the goals. He's just the best. Like,
let's just do the
regardless of
grades.
stats.
Yeah.
Are
Declan,
you grading
what
them?
about Declan Rice? Would it be an A?
He's the no. I think he's I'll give him a. It's between a B and a C, but
He's meaty.
yeah.
He's a C for me.
Uh,
I
I'm gonna
think
go C.
Gravenberch is a better player than him. More technical. To me,
Agreed.
I'd prefer him at Man United. He can take the ball off the back four. He can dictate play. I prefer Gravenberch to Rice.
You see, my
Rice,
challenge with
I
Rice
wouldn't
is
want him
he's a
picking the
jack of
ball off the back four.
yeah. With Rice, he's a jack of all trades, a master of none. Like, you tell me one thing Rice is good at, you're telling me set pieces. You're telling me free kicks. Like, tell me one thing he's good at midfielder wise. Yeah, he can actually
Probably
do the
box to
athleticism.
box.
He runs a
Probably
lot.
box
Yeah,
to
he
box.
runs a lot. But like technically,
Tackling.
I want to
I
say
ain't seen him dictate a game.
he's not amazing. I think like
No,
Ariri
that's
was
not
saying
his
at
game.
West Ham, he was better. Like, you could see he could play the 6, the 8, the 10. We didn't know what position he really was. Now he's in that Arsenal system. He's kind of that utility man next to Zubimendi. Sometimes he has to babysit him when it's a big games. Sometimes he gets the license to go forward and box crash, but he's not really exceptional technically. So I think it's a C until I see more from him. Like, he's actually sort of better on the ball, then I think, yeah, we can give him a higher grade. But no, he's a C for me.
Okay. Okay.
The way I see it is, can you fit into PSG or Barcelona midfield? That's all I see. That's listen. I watch football in a different way, and none of this place could do it. Simple as. The only
So
person that
from
could
these
probably can do
three,
it.
who's walking into the Barcelona or the Real Madrid?
To walk into the Barcelona, you have to bench
I say
Frankie De Jong.
Caicedo and Gravenberch. Yeah, Rice
You
will
have
have
to, you have
a
to bench Frankie
hard
De Jong.
time, but he probably would.
And to fit into PSG, can you bench Jao Neves?
Okay.
Caicedo and Gravenberch are the only two, and putting the disrespect on my man should be up there. Bruno Gomares.
I don't even rate Jean Nage like that. I think he's kind of a similar
He's
player to Rice
erratic.
Dish.
John Neves is
Yeah,
erratic.
he's not the greatest technically. He's kind of a bit of like he runs around a lot, got high work rate, and he can do the simple pass. But technically, I don't think. Yeah, he's the worst out of that midfield three with Vitinha and Fabian Ruiz, so he gets carried a bit.
Interesting. Interesting. Um, there is also, by the way, big up to Young Papi. You coming in as we're wrapping up the stream. So could you please chime in on this midfield conversation as well? If you have a grade that you think we should change, why, or yeah, tell us where you at.
I actually agree with how it's looking so far, you know. Good evening, everybody.
Big up. Yeah.
What's happening, bruv?
On you.
All is well, all is well. You know, United got 3 points this weekend. And was clenching his fucking fist before he won his game.
Clenching no fist. I was calm. I'm not you guys.
Punching the wall.
Listen,
he was punching the air, punching the wall, something like.
Be happy with your victory. You guys don't experience this a lot. Don't talk about me.
I mean, we
I
experienced
know when Enzo missed that sitter, you were fuming, and then be honest.
He was fuming. You know that Arsenal meme with the fist? That was him. Just holding it tight too.
All right, man.
But then he won.
Instead of talking about your win, you're talking about me. You should be saying thank you to me. All of you should be saying thank you to me.
I beat you.
And then does Enzo not get in this? No, you're not for an Enzo.
Enzo, I thought we were talking about. Are we talking about just centre midfielders or just?
Let's talk about defensive, like the more defensive side. Yeah.
Okay, he's not a CDM. You don't have to know.
If I was to put him here, he'll be like a C at best.
Oof. This Declan Rice I don't know. I feel like it's a little biased. I've been trying to digest Stratford's.
I would have said a B for Declan Rice, in all honesty.
Really?
Declan Rice
is not a sitter.
Listen,
tell me one good thing he does then as a midfielder. Tell me one.
Declan Rice is like Scott McTominay.
I think it's because you're like midfielders.
No.
Having
Why
good
would you bring in Scott McTominay like that? Why would you bring in Scott McTominay like
because that's what it is. I'm
telling you. Scott's a Ballon d'Or contender.
When it's time to listen. You asked me why I bring him up, so now let me answer your question why I brought him up. When you look at Scott McTominay, listen, you're not here to play football. Just go inside the box and try to score the goal. Same thing with Declan Rice. Declan Rice is not here to play football.
I mean, McTominay, was in the academy as a striker, right?
McTominay is a
striker.
Scott levels better finishing than Rice.
Just saying.
I've only seen that guy Scott box crash. I won't lie to you. I ain't seen no good finishes like that.
On the
he's
he done it against Arsenal and Shaka had docked.
You know what's funny about Scott McTominay? Yeah, do you know what's funny about Scott McTominay? They're now playing him in a 4-2-3-1, and in the free, he's playing on the left-hand side. Like,
is it?
Yeah,
so where does De Bruyne play?
Because the De Bruyne, they put De Bruyne in the 10, so they put him on the left-hand side.
In that where the Neres guy plays.
Who?
Yeah.
Neres are playing the midfield three, or McTominay is like a winger, pretty much.
Yeah, they're playing him on the left.
That's interesting, and he's doing well. He's thriving in that.
No, but I think the fans are arguing that. I think the fans were arguing that they preferred the way McTominay played as a 10.
I think
because he was scoring a lot of goals from there. But now his goals are slightly drying up because he's playing as a winger almost.
Same thing happened with Bellingham. First season he was.
What's going to happen when you have to accommodate for a De Bruyne because he can't do the legs of a number 8 anymore? So it's either McTominay suffers or De Bruyne suffers in that.
It's pretty much a midfield 4 because they have their left back just running up and down. He has a lot of energy to go up there and become a left winger. The midfielder McTominay, Zamba, Gisa, Lobotka, and KDB, like he plays football.
Not too much of my guy.
Di Lorenzo is he the left back or is he right back?
Di Lorenzo is right back.
Okay.
I think their left back is I'm not sure. Is it just the Oliveira guy or whoever it is?
Lobotka. No,
Lobotka is the DM. That one's a board on himself.
So okay, Professor Omo on Bruno Guimaraes, what grade would you give him for?
I'll listen. Bruno Guimaraes is an A. Come on, what are we doing
Because
here?
actually Guimaraes is usually like on an the more of the 8, right? And then Tonali is more of the 6. Or is it
I
the other way?
don't rate Bruno like Professor Omo does. I'll be so honest.
Bruno Guimaraes is an A. He's all
Yeah.
over the midfield.
He's more box to box, more
I
Since
more
think it's I
being
think it's
defense,
Roy
all the
Keane
stuff with his
tax.
feet.
You know when you see a midfielder doing all the like the little passion merchant
yeah,
thing, giving the little kicks and the scraps. It
yes.
makes
Yeah,
you think like it
yeah.
Nah,
makes you think
nah,
they're a
nah,
better player than they are. But
You see,
honestly,
nah, nah.
like level
you
Bro,
see
playing
I'm
Bruno
not
field.
gonna
Guimaraes.
lie. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Roy Keane was a phenomenal player. It weren't just about the tackling. This guy could actually run the show. Like this guy he didn't give away the ball. Like this guy gave good passes. This guy could actually control the game. Like I reject any idea that this guy was just kicking people. Yeah, he specialized in the dark arts, but he was actually a baller as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's what Bruno Guimaraes. That's why Professor
No,
almost glazing him a bit more
no.
because
Listen.
maybe you see a bit of Roy Keane in him, but honestly,
Yeah,
is
Roy
he's
Keane
not
is
as
good.
good technically as some of the
Listen,
other suggestions.
I watched Roy Keane. All you people saw was the tackling. That guy's a baller. So I don't see where the shin kick are coming from.
Interesting.
When I see Bro Gamari, I see that person as a baller. Put that person
That's
in my
Atlanta.
midfield, and I will not complain all day. I'll be happy. I'll be happy to have that player in my midfield.
Put Baliba up there.
If ETH had him, life would not be here complaining.
Oh Lord, if ETH. If ETH.
Because the good midfielder, you cannot mess that up. It's
Okay.
So why have
simple.
Newcastle had such a bad start then? Would you not say that's partly down to him and his midfield, like how he's been playing? Because Newcastle haven't started off too well.
Oh,
Yes,
I see
Newcastle
what's
haven't
going
started
on
off too
here.
well.
Is he
Um,
not like responsible for that, or is he still think he's still
Big
a good
bucks.
player?
Let me know
Oh,
if you're
so
available.
you're trying to turn Bro Gamari as the goalkeeper and the
Pro
striker and the
clubs.
winger? Is
No,
it
I'm
team?
saying he's the captain. If you're the captain of the team, you're the leader, you're the responsible one. Isn't that the case?
Right? You
If
can't
you're
be
the boss of a
Yes,
company that's failing, are you not liable
yes,
if it's
and the team is playing well. Thank you. We hear that
I
as
wouldn't
well.
say so. They're putting behind us. Would you say we played well?
No, come on, you
Mm.
know we ain't play well. It's on the relegation side that we beat.
So yeah, my point.
Yeah, we have more points than
Don't do
Newcastle
all
right now.
those what's the thing that that you like to do? All those picking and choosing like, oh, I'm gonna use this one, I'm gonna drag it out. No, we're not doing that over here.
Okay.
You're not dragging nothing out. Brogan is a better midfielder than any midfielder you have in our team. So let's move forward.
All right, all right, all right. Welcome Riley to this conversation. Riley, what's up? Tell us who's the best midfielder in the women's Super League, by the way.
Bro, we all know
but
why Riley watches
we
the
all know
women's
one
game, man. He's not
answer.
watching for the
Come to
football.
Manchester United, Ella Toon.
Okay.
Ella Toon
Who's
has
second?
to be
Who's second, Riley? Who's second?
best. Is it best midfielder or any player from the WSL?
Midfielder. We're talking midfielders today. Specifically
Ella,
defensive ones, not the ones that just be scoring goals. So who can you educate me? I don't know. Who would you put at number 2? And as he goes,
Look. I told you, you don't
You
watch
gone on
football.
transfer market, you search for the stats now.
no, why are you doing him like that? Let him think, okay?
Told you that
Let
he
him
watches the
think.
game.
Let
take
He
your
him
watches
time,
think.
it. He
Riley.
watches it for the news.
Who's your second? yes, I can tell you. I can tell you at the moment it is Ornella Vignola
GPT is
and
telling us it's
Khadija
not you.
Bunny Shaw. Bunny
Oh, now
Shaw.
that
was Bunny Shaw.
Ain't she a striker?
If you don't,
I'm pretty sure she's a striker.
I don't think she's defensive action stats.
Funny sure.
Riley, we're gonna have the best.
She's a forward.
She's a forward.
Yeah. I told you, he only watches the women's game for Nyash. He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Wow.
And then who's your suggestion then? Since you watch it,
Yeah. Who's
who,
your
who's Chelsea's best midfield in women's player?
The only
A
reason I know,
only one player
Diva Shore is.
at the moment in my mind, Sandy Baltimore.
Okay.
Stop
Wait,
bringing
and then you were saying what?
from Google.
and then you have the mic.
Well, I have the mic. I said the only reason I know who she is because she played for Jamaica at the Women's World Cup.
She is one that plays
Okay,
at Chelsea at the
okay.
moment.
So, but who's number 2 then, in your opinion, or number 3?
Alicia Lehman.
Hey, that's even that Channel 906.
Oh Lord.
Number 2, I think it's Service Brown.
Okay, Riley,
With the London
you should get ready. We're gonna talk about the best attackers tomorrow and best defenders. So please make sure you educate us.
I have a question.
Yes.
What teams have the best midfielders?
Oh,
Like,
now that's very good
combination that you will
question.
take them.
It
doesn't matter.
What, in the whole Prem or just in general?
In the whole Europe.
In Europe.
Yeah.
PSG.
Okay, and anybody else? I said Barcelona. Anybody else?
Inconclusive.
I'm gonna go, if we're doing the whole midfield right now, I would say it's between Barcelona and Arsenal probably.
Okay. Anybody else?
And
Or
then,
we done there?
and then says Chelsea.
Okay, Chelsea.
Oh, yes.
And Zonzi.
Chelsea.
Enzo. Nah.
You can say Nzonzi all you want, but he's got. I swear he's got as much here as your striker. Let's not do this.
And Lavia as well is too injury prone. Andre Santos, I don't know for him. Bro, Palmer you could say, but he's more of a wide player.
Any other midfield that you think is perfect?
What'd you say?
Is Andre Santos the Chelsea? Is he a Chelsea?
Yeah, that's why I knew you didn't know what I was talking about.
Bro, I remember seeing him and I was like, who the hell is this player?
He's the guy who got Casemiro he got sent off. That diving cheat, man. He's a waste, man.
What are you on about?
Nah, I seen Andre Santos, man. He's not got that same Brazil tech that these Brazilians. He's just got the diving trait, you know.
First of all, we're playing with the man down, so let's not do this. Second of all, he's the one that's going to replace Casemiro.
Why is he the same guy that? Why is he the guy that Enzo only brings in? Maresca brings on only when you're down to 10 men, though.
Right.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like you don't start. You only comes on when you're down to 10 men.
Let me end that.
Against Brighton as well. Did he not come on?
He was brought in versus Crystal Palace, and that was 11 versus 11. What are you on about?
And then against Brighton, did he not come on when you had 10 men? So
probably. But what does that mean? That means he trusts him.
No, it means he's crap.
It means he's crap.
He's just
on the field.
He's cooking salmonella, mate. Yeah, that's what he's cooking. Salmonella, food poisoning.
Kobe Mino alone, bro. Leave Kobe Mino alone, guys.
Leave Kobe alone.
Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't hit it
Oh,
yet.
yes. By the way, one more note, people. The Women's Champions League returns tonight. Manchester United get their qualification.
We're playing tomorrow. We're playing Champions League tomorrow, right?
Yes, Valerenga tomorrow. And guess what? Mark Skinner and Maya Letitia had their presser today.
Okay. All right.
You said returns tonight. The game's already done.
No, there's a few games that are still being played right now.
What minute is it? What minute is it in?
I thought we played tomorrow in the Champions.
It's in the It's in the 90th minute.
No,
it's in the 90th minute, Doc.
Listen, Paris FC is currently in the 80th minute. Arsenal versus Lyon, 86th minute, and Barcelona versus Bayern Munich is in the 86th minute.
The game's already done. Like I said, the game.
Either way, has not wrong.
The game is not done. You want to do
it's not done.
I can give you guys score updates at the moment. Paris 2, OH Leuven 2, Arsenal 1, Lyon 2, and Barcelona 5, Bayern Munich 1.
All right.
Doc, your team is losing.
The match is not on 90th minutes, huh?
Doc, your team is losing.
I'm a United fan.
No, you're not.
He's out here spewing false news again, you know. So anyway, but we'll be here tomorrow to talk about the best strikers right now.
87th and 86th minute, and people are trying to.
On Thursday, we'll talk about
the best
90 defenders, guys.
All right then.
Kind reminder to hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. Yes, Doc.
Quick question: before you go, sorry. Oh my God, are you watching Afcon World qualifiers? Sorry, the
No,
World Cup qualifiers.
Yes.
no.
Botswana is not playing, is it?
Botswana is playing. It's just crap.
Botswana is playing. It's just that y'all ain't going nowhere. So I'm
We
talking
play
about
Uganda
the
on
battle.
Thursday.
For Botswana, you
Hey,
know, sports. I
Mrs.
already
Ghana,
told you.
just make sure that you win
Botswana, I
your
already
game.
told you what sport you gotta play.
Don't worry, we're gonna win. Okay.
Sprint.
I don't know why
Wait,
you
you're
are
not.
whining. You're on the brink
Wait,
of
Doc,
not
you
doing.
have a lot of time off in
So
December. You're
quiet.
not even enough.
We just need 3
You're not even
points.
enough fun, Doc.
And don't forget tomorrow. Don't forget tomorrow.
Hold on. Let's get some order. Thank you to the guys that have decorum here.
I know when to shut up.
Oh God, etiquette. Sometimes conversational etiquette is something that we need in this.
I told you the sport you gotta watch.
Exactly. Observe.
Right. Uganda is gonna win, so straight for the lead. Botswana is playing Uganda on Thursday. We're playing Guinea on Tuesday next week, and then Senegal in December. I'd rather watch the Senegal game because I don't know, but and we didn't really do well in the last qualifier game. So let's see where we are. All right, let me show you guys the table real quick. This is not looking good. That's the World Cup table, and Botswana is 5th. Oh my God.
Can you still qualify?
Yeah.
There's 2 games left, right?
Yeah, we have to win the next 2.
9, 10, 12, 13, 15, yeah.
Against Uganda.
And have a high goal difference.
And really, we're not going to make it.
Yeah, I'll score 5, 8 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, 2-4 nothing. Yeah.
Doctor, apologies for grouping you in with NN, and I didn't mean to say you have no decorum.
You already said it, so stand by it.
No, I didn't. It wasn't directed to you. It was directed to NN more than anybody.
Wow, more than anybody.
See, what you try to just put it on me, and now you're on the couch, waste man.
No, but Doctor, let me ask you a question though, yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously I've been listening to streams and you've been the star of the show a couple of times. I've tuned in and I hear you saying like, I don't give a fuck and all of this, and I'm like, wow, Doctor's changed, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, Doctor's changed. Like she's been hanging around with the bad doctors. You get me?
Yeah.
Well, you're saying
I've noticed that as well.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying like she let her hair down fully in it. It's just I'm just saying I noticed the change.
I've cut off my hair.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, you guys can't really qualify because it's the top 4 second place teams, and I think they're already on 15 already.
Also, a quick question, yeah. What happened to that hot chip challenge, Doctor, by the way?
It's happening. Okay?
Well, and then if we beat Uganda and Uganda lose
scroll down, but the top 4 second place teams from each of the groups, they go into their own mini tournament.
Yeah, we would have 15 if we win both.
I'm saying that already.
9.
I'm saying that the other
9
second
plus
place,
6 is not equaling 15.
Let me answer him quickly. The other people that are second place in their own groups already have more than 15 points, and you can only get 15.
Yeah.
So you're basically out.
Okay, Doctor was saying 9 plus what is not 15?
9 plus 6
the other group, the second place teams and other groups have more than 15 points.
More
already.
than 15. I heard.
Oh, you're saying it's the best second place.
You can't.
So like Madagascar, you wouldn't overtake Madagascar there.
Yeah.
That's Group J. That's the second place teams group. The one at the bottom.
Go up.
And Uganda is 7th, and they're in your group. So that's like the best that you can get.
Gabon has 16 points. You're not gonna get. Let's say they win their next 2 matches. You're not gonna.
So Cameroon might not even make it.
Yeah. No, we just need to win our next 2 games. We'll make
Cameroon is not gonna make it.
We'll make it.
Yes.
South Africa got 3 points deducted.
Yo, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. We out of here.
And
comment, subscribe.
Football Power Hour.